Welcome to the session. We are looking at business core values and business sustainability. Business core values and business sustainability. I think that one of the most important things for a business executive and an entrepreneur is the ability to understand certain core values that drives the business vision, that drives the business operations, and drive the human resources of that particular business. And I have seen how people get to struggle with certain things in businesses because they do not even know about business core values, and they have this challenge of using business core values as an element for business success. Yes, business core values is one of the most important elements because it contributes a lot to culture. And of course, culture is very critical for business sustainability. Culture is critical for business strategy. Culture is critical in how we get to achieve our goals and the vision that we have for the business. And to lay down the foundation for business core values and business sustainability, I want us to go back to the basics. I know we may have known this. Sometimes we use the word business, and here and that. Many people may never know what really a business is. Like I was telling somebody, no, you don't yet have a business. You are self-employed. You are self-employed. There are many people here still run a business. You are still self-employed. Don't run a business. If your business cannot make money in your absence, you are self-employed. Let's say if you're a photographer and you don't have assistant photographers with systems that can work for you, you are self-employed. You don't have a business actually, in real sense of what a business is, right? So there are many people who are self-employed for 10 years and they think they're running a business, and that's why many of them cannot grow beyond a certain ceiling because they are not really running a business. They're just patching in, living hand to mouth, employing themselves, and maybe they can have 1-2 people to do the same thing they're doing, but the business itself, the 2 people cannot actually operate well without them and all of that. So what is a business? The term business refers to an organization or enterprising entity engaged in commercial, industrial, or professional activities. Refers to an organization, organized. A business is very organized. So organization now talks about the various departments that makes the business to operate. So if we say, if you say you have a business, it means you are very organized. Let's say, for example, Beltian sells mobile phones. He has a mobile phone shop where he sells mobile phones. Okay. But if he's just doing the sales and all of that and he's not organized, it's a typical self-employed business, business. But a real business, he should be able to organize that business in terms of, okay, he has stock, so there is a stock department. He may not have a stock manager, but he has a stock system, a stock policy on how he manages the stock. It could be mobile phones, mobile phone accessories, and all of that. He has a distribution department or distribution unit where people can buy mobile phones online and he delivers and all of that. So there's that structured organization, both on paper, in operations, and in how people lead those particular units that he has organized. And this your enterprise can be either in commercial sector, can be industrial, can be professional activities or whatever. Businesses can either be for-profit entities or non-for-profit organizations, right? So it can be a business that is making money for profit, or a business that is not making money, but is just fulfilling a charitable mission or furthering a social cause, because it's all about that organization. And the concept begins with an idea and a name. And now we are talking about core values. There are many people that develop businesses from the place of passion. from the place of purpose, from the place of personal experience that maybe they went through or their family members went through. And the truth is every great business that you see actually was created from a particular concept that is unique. When if you interview founders, you will hear unique stories of why they created particular businesses. So the concept of every business begins with an idea, there's a name attached to it, an extensive market research may be required to determine how feasible the business idea is and how it can be turned into a business itself. Business activities often include sale and purchase of goods and services. Yes. So when you say that you are carrying out business activities, one thing you're actually telling me is that you are going through actions that will lead to the purchase of goods and services, right? So, and there's also, of course, manufacturing and production activities. And if you may want to know, um, science subjects like physics, chemistry, biology, maths, and all of this, engineering, all of these subjects are responsible for the production of goods. Now, business, distribution, marketing, commerce, sales, all of these subjects, finance, are responsible for the distribution of what science subjects can produce. And we need to know that. That's why when I hear somebody say school is useless, I laugh at you. For you to use your phone and for us to use the internet, it's because somebody who studied physics, somebody who studied engineering could get to work, use that knowledge and create a laptop and all of that. But now we need business activities to now package the laptop, distribute it, make money from it so that people can start using. You understand that process? So it's very important for us to understand that. And all of these things contribute to our core values in building a business. Business activity can take place everywhere, whether it's in the physical storefront, online, or on the roadside. Business activities can take place everywhere. And back in secondary school, for those who did economics, I'm sure you must have heard about the factors of production. We remember that, right? Where in economics we spoke about the factors of production, like land, labor, capital, all of that, right? And of course, if at the moment, digital platforms or internet becomes a core factor of production, right? Technology now, that's why education needs to be updated. If you go back to that same theory, you need to now add technology there as a factor of production. There are many successful businesses running just online, mobile phones, laptop, internet, and then you are making money. For example, there are many coaches who are making money online without using any other maybe factor of production. You see, so internet and technological platforms and gadgets and all of that have now entered the factors of production process. Just to add that. A company often defines its business by the industry in which it operates. Yeah, it's very important. Do you know the industry where you operate? Because if you don't know the industry where you operate, you will have challenges building a sustainable business. Because the way the agricultural industry operates is not the same way financial services industry operates. So, for example, the real estate business, advertising business, mattress production business are examples of industries. Telephone companies, financial services, retail, hospitality and tourism, all of these things are different industries, right? So therefore, business is a term often used to indicate transactions regarding an underlying product or service. For example, ExxonMobil conducts its business by providing oil, right? For example, Mel Business Consulting business conducts business by providing accounting and tax services to small businesses. FAT, who works in a hotel, that hotel conducts businesses by providing residential apartments or hotel rooms for travelers and people visiting the city for business purposes. That is how they conduct business. So what do you do to conduct business? Because it's important for you to understand that and understand which core values can you employ to be able to maintain a sustainable business as that you do as a person. So what do you, sometimes that's why I always say, what can you do? How can you clearly explain how you conduct business in two statements, in two sentences? So reasons different entrepreneurs start a business. And these reasons are important because the reasons often contribute a lot to how the founders, to how the executives manage their businesses. You understand? So it is important to pay attention to this. The reason why you started a business could be one of the major reasons why you will have particular core values that you live by or that you respect as a person. Okay? Good. So let us look at the reasons and then you will tell me which of the reasons speak for you. Number one, problem solving. Some people start businesses because they see a particular issue that they feel they can solve. That's why they jump into business. They see a particular problem in the society and they just hate that problem, and the problem makes them angry, possibly, and all they want to do is, okay, I'm going to start a business, I'm going to start an institution to solve this problem myself. That's why they get into business, right? Number two, some people start their business to exploit ideas. They have a new idea or a product they believe will be successful. There are some people that they stumble into a new idea, they stumble into a new product, they stumble into a new service, and they're like, oh, you know what? Let me take it to the market and see what is going to happen. And that's how they get into business. They have a new idea or a product and they believe it will be successful. They take it to the market. Number three, filling a gap. They see a gap in the market, they believe they can fill. Yeah, there are many people who have started a business, not because they really want that business or not because they are passionate, because, oh, there's a gap here. I have the money, I have the knowledge. Let me just start a business and fill that gap and make my money. As simple as that, right? So it could be another reason. And if you meet three people that started their businesses with any of these three different reasons, you will discover one thing. They are going to have their different ways of managing the businesses. They're going to have different long-term visions, and they are going to have different core values that drive them as professionals or entrepreneurs. So, number four, competitive pricing. Yes, they believe they can produce something on the market cheaper and offer it at a lower price. They just see they see a sector, or they see a set of products, and they believe that, hey, I can make this thing cheaper and sell cheaper and still make money for myself while providing people the service. So if somebody can get it like that, people, for example, there are people that when they travel like to China, they are not really into importation business, but because they have seen cheap products, they decide to buy and come and resell at home. They have both traveled to Dubai and they are not into import and export. But because they have seen cheap mobile phones or cheap dresses or whatever, they decide to buy to come and resell. What pushed them to get into that business is competitive pricing, and therefore they have different core values. Number five, knowledge base, where they believe they can supply specialist knowledge that customers will pay for. Like mostly, I do a lot of this, like under different programs that we get to organize. Sometimes, okay, I have this knowledge. People are confused about something like this. Okay, create a course around it, create a program around it, and promote it. People pay, and then you teach them, and you're good to go. You create the impact, and then you get paid, right? Yeah. So you can also do that based on knowledge base. That's why some people can get into businesses. And lastly, number six, to make profit. Yes, some people just get into business because they want to make some good money for themselves. They want to live a good life. They want to make more money. That's why there are some people that you see most people get into passive income or set up new businesses around what they have because they just want to live a good life. They want to make more profit, live a good life, live in a better house, drive a good car, and all of that. Nothing wrong with that. But again, these are the different reasons why people start business. And that's why when you look at the society, different entrepreneurs and executives are driven by different core values. Now, these are the 6 general ways that people start businesses. Now, tell me, out of these 6 ways that I have shared, or 6 reasons why people get into business, which one speaks for you? Why did you get into business? Leave me a message in the chat box. Let me see. Why did you get into business? Okay, 5 and 1. 1 and 2. 1. Okay, that's good. Yes, it's good to know because it's going to contribute a lot to how you do many things in business. It's going to play a very big role in how you are going to manage your business, especially your sustainability. Especially your sustainability. There are people who are doing things because they want to compare with other people and they find it difficult to win, or they find it difficult to be stable because they have not looked back at themselves and determine how they want to do certain things based on why they started that particular business in particular. Okay, good. Awesome. So let us look at now, let's get now to the main session for the course, core values and business sustainability. Now, core elements that you need to note and then implement as we proceed. Number 1, having clear company values helps you ensure that all your employees are working towards the same goals. Yes, and employees include you. One of the things that really cause disinformation or disorganization in many organizations where they have a couple of employees and more is that maybe certain business or company core values are not established and not communicated. Your core values support the company's vision and shape its culture. Understand that. Your core values support your business's vision and shape its culture. It shapes how people behave and act in the business. That is why every single business decision should be aligned with these core values. Yes. For example, if one of your core values in the business is punctuality, the core value states that punctuality is among the highest core values in this business. Now, punctuality is going to shape the culture of your business. Number 1, people are going to come early to work, or people are going to be at work before a particular time. Number 2, customers will hardly stand and be waiting for employees because they are running late. It automatically shapes that particular culture. Now, if one of your core values is respecting government regulations, you treat that very important. For example, like for us, one of my core values in business is respect the laws of the land. Do your best to respect the laws of the land as much as you can. Now, it is very important. So when we are about to make any business decision, we're like, okay, is this going against the laws of the land in any way? Especially a business decision or act that is not very obvious per se, let me say so, because there are some that, of course, just with a blink of an eye, you know that, okay, it's right to do it. But just in case you're about to do a business deal, a business partnership, or anything with a customer and all of that, is this against the laws of the land? Is it for the laws of the land? So you see, you align business decisions with your core values. And that's why core values are very important, because they contribute and they direct you as far as business operations are concerned. A business without core values isn't really a business. Never forget this. If you look at Google to Apple to Microsoft to Facebook, all of that, you will see that all of these great companies have their core values, and they are not just there for decoration. No, they are there for use. They use them almost on a daily basis. During staff meeting, you will hear leaders emphasizing to their employees, hey, in this business, one of our core values state that respect customers at all times. They use core values during meetings, they use during operations, they use during management meeting, they use during decision making, they use them everywhere. And that is why there are many businesses that are consistent in certain results and actions, because they have a benchmark called core values. How can you build great teams, deliver excellent customer service, and foster innovation if you haven't defined and shared your company values with your employees? Right? Like if you come in the office, my office, one of our core values is unity. We teach a lot about unity among the staff, right? So we keep on emphasizing on that and teaching until it gets into everybody's DNA. We talk about excellent customer experience is one of our core values. So if you really want to achieve a green company that will be sustainable, you need to have core values, which acts like one of your highest standards, one of your highest benchmarks that you look up to and make sure that you live by those benchmarks. That's why there are some businesses in this world that when you go to any of their shops, they treat you almost the same. One of the main things that contribute to that is the core values. Like if you go like maybe to in the US and you go to KFC, you go to McDonald's, you go to Starbucks, you go to all of this, even some supermarket chains like Walmart, Target, all of that. They do their best to see that you almost get almost the same kind of experience because of core values that they do their best to make sure everybody embody their core values. Your core company values shape your company culture and impact your business strategy. Your core company values shape your company culture and impact your business strategy. They help you create a purpose. This is what core values will do for you. They will help you create a purpose for your business. They will help you improve team cohesion or collaboration and create a sense of commitment in the workplace, because everybody operates by the set of business core values. Okay, good. So you need to pay attention to this. Now, building a strong business starts with building a company culture that reflects your core values. What is your business culture? Does it reflect your core values? Now, you now see that without the right core values, your business culture will struggle. In essence, your company values are the beliefs, philosophies, and the principles that drive your business. These are the highest beliefs, highest philosophies that you live by, and principles that you do not break. Everything aligns with these beliefs. Everything aligns with the philosophy. They impact the employee experience you deliver, as well as they impact the employee experience. That's the core values. The core values impact the employee experience you deliver, as well as the relationship you deliver with your customers, partners, and shareholders. There are many businesses struggling to provide excellent customer experience because there is no core value. For example, I was consulting for a business and I did not have core values. So any employee can do anything with a customer. Then I instructed them, okay, we now work in a session and establish certain core values, including customer relationship core values. Then we now, and one thing about core values is there are consequences. So if you go against our core values voluntarily without proper explanation, you can be terminated. You can receive a query letter. You can be suspended. Automatically, every staff knows how they are going to act or how they are supposed to act because they know the core values exist and they know what they are supposed to do. Again, sometimes in an organization, it gets to, that's why it takes consistent education to actually achieve the practice of core values. Even in my organization right now, we are not yet at 100% in all the staff practicing core values. There are still hiccups here and challenges. So one thing about instilling core values is consistent training, consistent coaching, consistent mentorship. That way, you are able to help people to adopt the core values that you have instituted in the business. So your core values will help you serve customers. Your core values will help you work with partners because you have certain ways that you work with partners. Your core values will help you work with stakeholders very well. Stakeholders could be other businesses, the government, your community, church, whoever that is directly or indirectly impacted by your operations. You can have core values that will help you to serve them. You have to truly honor your company values in everything you do. This is one of the most important secrets of sustainability and core values. If you manage your company with this single commitment, there are many things that you will always get right. Because you will stop doing things based on emotions and how you feel, but you always get things done based on the company's values, right? And one thing I love about core values is they set the right example for employees. It is the only way you can build trust in the workplace. Why is that so? Because when you can treat employees the same way, according to what the core value states, it builds trust. And employees also have a benchmark that they look up to. Even you, the founder, if you are still a one-man army, if there's one thing that helped me personally, one of my core values is consistency. If you follow me, you know that like there are things, I think the most public, consistent thing about me is the content I create, right? So it's not one thing that has built this culture of doing this is because consistency is one of my core values in life. I will be at it. I will keep at it until I get to where I'm going to. Body will not stop me. Sleep will not stop. I will keep at it until I see what I'm looking for. Because I am holding myself. I am holding myself to that higher benchmark of the core value. You understand? So don't ask your employees to follow the company's core values you have set for your business if you don't follow yourself and integrate them into your daily work in the first place. This one thing is difficult to do. So if you are making up your mind that you are going to fit some certain core values in your business, you need to respect it. If your core value, one of your core values states that always complete task on time, then make sure that you, the founder, you, the leader, you complete your tasks on time. Don't do that, you're a chief procrastinator. You procrastinate things and go against the same core values, but you expect your employees to live by them. It is totally wrong. You cannot be able to achieve that. Okay, so it is important that you are living by example as far as the core values are concerned. Now, let us look at 7 ways company values drive business success. 7 ways company values drive business success. Okay, before we get there, I want us to Let's do a quick research. And I hope that people are thinking of their own core values already. I want us to do Google core values. Is it alphabet? Okay, thank God there's this article that somebody has written to outline brilliant examples of company values. So look, the guy is looking at top companies, Amazon, Google, and Microsoft, and more. So let us look at them and see. Okay. Amazon's values. You see Amazon values, customer obsession. And they actually try to do this. Amazon will do their best. Amazon will do their best to treat customers well. So they are obsessed about their customers, right? Number two, ownership. Leaders are owners. And Amazon call their employees leaders, okay, or partners. They only use the word employees in Amazon, leaders or partners. So here they teach the core value of ownership. As an employee in Amazon, you own the business, you own your task, you own your office, you do your best to make sure that you are not just leading you're not just existing. No, you are fully engaged and owning what you're doing. Next is invent and simplify. Yes, they do a lot of invention, but they make sure that it's so simple that anybody can use, right? I write and a lot, learn and be curious, hire, develop the best. These are their core values. You see, they have gone up to 14. Let's go to Apple. These Apple core values, those have Apple phones and laptops. According to Apple, we believe that we are on the face of the earth to make great products. And if you look at Apple products, excellent products, right? We believe in the simple, not the complex. Apple believes a lot in simplifying with the things that they create, not building complex products, right? We believe that we need to own and control the primary technologies behind the products we make. That is why you see Apple have their own app store. They have many of these sub-platforms and cloud technology that they use for their own products, right? We participate only in markets where we can make a significant contribution. So these are our own core values that they live by. Let's look at Facebook. According to Facebook, their core values are be bold. Boldness is one of their core values. Focus on impact, their second core values. Move fast, speed is their core values. They are open-minded core values. They build social values since they're a social networking company, right? Google, we want to work with great people. That's why they do their best to hire great people. Technology innovation is in our lifeblood, right? Be actively involved. You are Google. Don't take success for granted. Do the right thing. Don't be evil, right? So these are the things that drive them as companies. If you look at LinkedIn, members first, relationships matter, be open, honest, and constructive, demand excellence, take intelligent risk, act like an owner, right? Microsoft, innovation, diversity and inclusion, corporate social responsibility, philanthropy, philanthropy. That's why if you look at Bill Gates, he gives a lot of money to charity. His foundation is the highest foundation and giving the highest amount of money in the world to charity. They are concerned about the environment, trustworthy computing, and all of that. Uber is there. Let's build, let builders build, always be hustling, meritocracy and two-stepping, principled confrontation, making bold bets, and all of that. You see, all of these great companies have core values. Now, the question is, what are your core values? What are your core values as a person? Let me tell you, without your core values, your business will struggle. Without your core values, your business will struggle. You will struggle to be sustainable because you'll be haphazard. You will not be organized. There's nothing. Core values remain one of those things that will hold you accountable for your greatness, will hold you accountable for the things that you will achieve as a person. Okay? So what are your core values? What do you really live by as far as that is concerned? Okay? So I want to show you our own core values because the website is slowing down. But BMD Africa is one of our stuff. So if you look at this, I don't know why the tech guys mess it up. Look at this, our core values here, top 4 core values. Here you see commitment and professionalism. Our vision is non-negotiable mandate. We consistently provide leading edge expertise. Number 2, integrity and success. We provide honest, supportive guidance and work to achieve real results. Number 3, growth and flexibility. We grow our fellow Africans and we grow ourselves. Number 4, you are a dedicated partner. Together, we do better for Africa. In simple terms, partnership, right? So we have our own core values, okay? Because so any decision I'm making, anything I want to do, we actually make sure that is it within our core values, and it plays a very important role as far as sustainability is concerned. Core values is not what you just have in your head. No, it is part of your strategic documents. It is part of your most important documents. It is even supposed to, whatever time I was planning to do sometime last month, and I'm still doing it in the office, to print the COSDEV group core values, frame it and hang in the office so that everybody should be seeing it. It's very important. Okay, so what are your core values? What are the core values that you have? Sit down. Your assignment in this course is sit down, pick out your core values. I always advise for young companies as you're starting, there should not be more than 5. As you are growing, you can improve on them and you can add. Depending on how you grow, you're getting more products, you're having more departments, yes, you can add more core values. But as a small startup, small business, you can have, I always encourage, start with 5 that you will live by, you will respect by. Don't just do it because you attended a training. No, you are doing what you will respect and respect on a daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis, always. And what you will do your best to instill in your staff as far as your business is concerned. Okay, so your assignment as far as this session is concerned is write down your top 5 core values as a small business. Okay, write it down. State, if you say, if your core value is partnership, then you state why is that important and how will it contribute to your sustainability. That's what I want to see. You write the core value 1, partnership. Then you go under partnership. Why is partnership important to you and how will it contribute to your sustainability? Okay. Laurentine, I hope you guys will take note of these assignments to remind the class to follow up. Okay, that's the main assignment for this particular course. State your 5 core values under each value. Why is this core value important to you? And how will this core value contribute to your sustainability? So when you're answering that second part of the question, looking at how will this core value be relevant to you 10 years from now, 20 years from now? Why will you still keep respecting this core value 20, 30 years from now? That's what we're looking at. Okay, good. And you will see how some headaches will disappear from your business. There are some headaches that many people are going through in business because they don't have something like this that holds them to a higher standard. So we're looking at 7 ways company values drive business success. Number 1, your company values help your employees make the right decision. Oh yes. Sometimes employees do not come to you to ask them, because they already know, no, if I do this, I can actually get the boss angry because it's not within our core values. It's already a tradition. They know it, right? So company core values help your employees to make the right decisions. Number two, company core values help you improve your employee communication. Yes, it makes it easy for people to communicate. Okay, it totally makes it easy for employees to communicate with each other, communicate with the leader, communicate with stakeholders, communicate with customers, because in their communication, they are respecting the core values. Okay, what if the core value talks about integrity? Integrity also means that the way you talk with integrity. You don't just talk anyhow, right? Number three, they have a direct impact on employee motivation and engagement. Yes, your core values have a direct impact on employee motivation and engagement. If you explain your core values to your employees and the reasons why you stand for these core values, they will have a better understanding of the company goals and will work harder to achieve them. Okay, so employees have a higher direct engagement and motivation when they understand the core values. And most importantly, if they understand how the core values will also benefit them and of course benefit the organization and the staff. Like for example, like in Concept Group, one of our core values is we treat employees well. So we do our best at our level to make sure that we treat our employees well. So we are employee driven, also we're employee oriented, meaning that the way we, the communication, the way we act with you, the way we are conscious of maybe financial pay and your future in the organization, all of these things. So that's why if you come to our board meeting, there's no decision we have ever taken without considering, okay, where would the employee be when this is happening? How are they involved? How will they be supported? How will this be happening and all of that? Because they are the integral part. The core value of treating employees well remain the integral part of the operation. Number four, they help your clients understand what their company stands for. Oh yes, I have seen many cases, even like on the news, where you see customers speaking at the company, say you went against your own company values. Your company values states this and this and this. You did not respect your company values. Yes. So it helps clients to understand what your company stands for. And there are some clients that will only buy from you when they know that you have certain philosophies, certain beliefs that you live by. You see, because your company core values also contribute to your brand. They also contribute to the brand of the business, because the way you act and the way you deal with customers and deal with employees is going to spread in the community. There are, like for example, there are many things that people have come and shared with me that maybe, I don't know, maybe the staffs are discussing somewhere or somewhere. Maybe I'm giving an example in a training somewhere, and some people pick it. It means a lot. Oh wow, you do this in your business as small as you guys are, as a startup. I say, yeah, you do it, and it gives them a different impression. You see, like there are people now who will come and go to my staff and say, please, can you send my CV to your boss? Maybe that you guys are employing, right? So sometimes not just about, like, you know, a research was done recently, and it was said that millennials, that means most people in our age group between let's say 25 and 35, all of 35 downward, all of that, right? They don't only look for where they're going to pay them well, but now millennials are looking for a job where they'll be treated very well, especially in the West, like in the US and in Europe and all of that. In Canada, many young people are driven by money, money, money. They don't even care. That's why a millennial prefer, in Africa, somebody prefer to live where they are paid less or average and treated well, and go to where they'll be depressed and get the money, right? But here in the West, I've seen it many times, even among my friends. They prefer to be where they will be paid less but treated well, and they have time or whatever they can, but they prefer they will be treated well and paid less. because millennials prefer nice treatment. They're not a generation of hard workers, and they don't grow in difficult times. Let me say so. So they have their own things that drive them and excite them. If like in the US, there are some organizations that they give video games like PlayStation as gift to best employees. So millennials prefer to go and work in that kind of place and get paid less, perform very well, and receive gift like games, or receive gift like a vacation. They pay their flight to go to another country and rest of 5 days, 10 days, and then come. They prefer that kind of a place. And now companies are using that a lot here in the US to create incentives around things that will attract millennials to their company to work, right? Because in the US, they see like, if you're intelligent and you can do work well, they'll be fighting over you. That's a fact about US, Canada, Europe, and all of that. Okay, so it leads to a brand. It plays a very big role as far as your brand is concerned, because there's a way you act towards what's a brand perception, and your core values helps you to create, to treat your employees, to treat your customers in a certain way. And when you do that, what happens? Perception. You now give people a certain brand, a certain perception about your business. Okay, good. Number 5, they help you attract and retain top talent. I was already talking about this. Yes. So core values help you, because imagine an employee coming to your, hey, you know what, in this organization, they don't treat me like an asset. They don't treat me like a machine. They don't treat me anyhow. No, they treat me like the human being I am. They treat me with respect and all of that. They care about my future. Like I always tell, once I was speaking to my staff, I was saying, be careful if you work in an organization or in a company where they don't take certain policies in place. Be careful. They don't care about your future. One sign of a good organization is they have certain policies that govern you, the employee. They try to give you a contract. They try to maybe get you registered in CMPS. They try to, they try to do certain things that shows that they care about you. They try to put in certain incentives and whatever that they do for your future. But it's that kind of organization, you just come in and just say, okay, come and start working, and they're just paying you anyhow, paying you monthly, and then they can sack you at any time, and there's nothing you can do. There's no future in that kind of organization, for example. So core values can help you attract. There are people that can work for you at a lesser price, as a lesser salary, and they are happy with you. One of the reasons could be how you lead or how the organization acts towards employees. As I said, this is very popular here in the US. Me personally, I've received a lot of offers from companies in the US and in Europe. Oh, please come. And they always tell you how they treat employees. When you come work for us, after 2 years, you'll get this, you'll go on vacation with your family, they will do this for you. They try to make you see that, hey, you are, one of their core values is that they take care of their employees. They always point you back to their principles, to their philosophies as far as employees are concerned. Number 6, they help you attract customers that share the same values. Yes, there are people that can come buy from you because they believe in the core values that you represent. There are some people that honesty and integrity is very important to them. And when you portray your organization that is an honest and a very driven organization as far as integrity is concerned, people will come and buy from you just because of that. Because they value honesty and integrity. They will come and buy from you because of that. You get the concept? So that is the power of core values. And then last point is they make your marketing and internal communications team's life easy. Yes, the way you market becomes easy. The way teams communicate internally becomes easy, because everybody will use core values to communicate. Like, for example, if your organization, if ethics, if moral ethics or maybe Christian values are part of your organization, your marketing cannot use maybe a half-naked girl on a poster to market a product because it's against your moral values or ethical values as an organization. So there are some certain things that marketing department will not even do at all because they know that, hey, they will never approve this in public because it's against their values, right? So you need to make sure that you share the right message with the right audience, and your message will be driven by their core values. If your messages include values that resonate with your target audience values, they are much more likely to catch, you are much more likely to catch their attention. You understand? Yes. So you want to catch the attention of people, then make sure that when you communicate and you market, the core values resonate with the target market. So in conclusion, sustainability does not just happen, but guess what? It is intentional. You need to sit down after this session and carefully craft out 5 minimum core values that will resonate to your business. And when you're crafting it out, don't be selfish and thinking all of yourself. No, a good core value should embody you, the team, the customers, and stakeholders, external stakeholders like the government, the community, the target market, etc. Then, when you have done that, the next step is for you to hold yourself accountable to live up to those core values. As I said earlier, core values remain one of your highest benchmarks in your organization. And you will not be sustainable in business if you don't have certain core values which are that benchmark, that year in, year out, you do things according to the core values. There are many organizations that are consistently in business because innovation is part of their core values. That's why Google keeps on creating new products. That's why Apple keeps on launching Apple 14, Apple 13, Apple 15, because it is part of their core values. Every year, they have to innovate, improve, and launch better versions of their old products. It is against their core values to remain the same year in, year out. It is wrong. So they have to respect their core values and keep on innovating. So that is the power of core values and sustainability. Without the core values, sustainability will struggle. With the core values and force discipline to respect the core values, sustainability will be in trouble. Do you want to achieve sustainability? You need these elements of core values. Establish them and make sure you live by them. Make sure that educating your team consistently about the core values remain important. If you ask my team, they will tell you. I don't think there's a staff meeting that will ever stand and talk without re-echoing our core values of unity, our core values of treating customers right, core values of integrity, managing companies' assets the right way. I will always mention 1, 2, or 3 of these core values consistently, because it needs to get into them as much as possible. So what will you do from today? Which core values will you establish for yourself and for your business? Okay, good. That is it. I can take a few questions about business core values and sustainability, and then we round up.